Yo, what's going on, FG fam? Welcome to another episode of the Detroit Tigers franchise here on MLB The Show 20. Big matchup today as the 68 and 54 Texas Rangers come to town to take on our 70 and 50 Detroit Tigers. We are very close to the real nitty-gritty of the playoff race. They have three cold batters. We're hoping we can take them down because they are the team that is 3 games back in the wild card race. Make sure that you guys drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. For the love of franchise content, it's literally all we bring you here. We can build a winner together as Carlos Martinez is 9-5 with a 4.68 ERA, opposing the 8-5 with a 4.60 ERA, Joe Palumbo. Two very similar pitchers here as far as record and ERA is concerned, and Frankie Lindor didn't end last episode really well, but here he gets a 2-run jack for his 300th career home run. And the Detroit Tigers all want to meet him at home plate to celebrate the shortstop's fantastic career thus far, and it is not even really close to over. He is just getting started. 300 homers from him. Aroldis Chapman coming into the game in the 9th inning with that 2-0 lead, and he gets the strikeout of Guzman as nothing else really happened throughout the game. Then the big slider on the inside. Aroldis Chapman loves using that when he can. He gets the strikeout there. Then on the 3-2 count, he strikes out the side to get the win and the save. Aroldis Chapman, a 14-pitch save for him today. Carlos Martinez does indeed get the win as he pitched 7 innings of 2 hit, 5 strikeout, 4 walk shutout ball. And for the Rangers, nothing really to report. They had a guy hit by a pitch, they had a stolen base, and that is about it. Palumbo gave up 2, and it were both off of Lindor immediately in this game as he really did the job in the 4th inning. And Lindor making up for the bad performance in last episode. We do win that series 2 games out of 3 against Texas. Going into the series against Seattle, who is one of the worst teams in baseball, we're hoping we can get a sweep in that series, but we do lose the second game 5-6, and that could prove to be just one of the reasons why we are just not in that first wildcard spot right now. You got to take care of the teams that are easy to take care of, because then you go up against the Twins and we lose a 10-14 game, and that's never fun. And then we lose again 2-3, and these really close losses, I just really hope they don't come back to bite us, as now we will take on the Minnesota Twins. I didn't want to play the Braden Young game because we've already had a Braden Young game this year, but we are 10 games behind the Minnesota Twins this year as we go into Target Field. They are clearly going to win the division. It would take a miracle for us to do it. Devin Smeltzer, 9-7 record with a 3.59 ERA. He's been pretty good. Mike Soroka will take the mound for us. I want to see more of him. 26 starts, 12-8 record with a 2.71 ERA. He's been pretty darn good. And he has an expiring contract. I really made the deal because I'd rather pay him than Alcantara, but he's making me regret it in the bottom of the 1st by giving up this 3-run bomb to Miguel Sano. His 44th home run of the season. Miguel Sano, the AL leader in home runs right now. Jorge Polanco then comes up in the bottom half of the 3rd inning with a runner on, and Tommy Pace couldn't get to that one. Richie McGowan's going to run it down. But look at this. All the way around the diamond, they're going to get a score here. It's going to be 4-0 Twins in the bottom half of the 3rd with nobody out. Soroka to Sano again, and Sano, another one. This one is huge down the left field line, and it'll stay fair. It's gone. Easy short porch homer for Sano. 360 feet, and that happens to be his 300th career home run. So a couple of guys hitting their 300th career home run in this episode, but unfortunately one of them is the enemy, as Miguel Sano, with his 300th homer and his 45th of the year, gives the Twins a 6-0 lead, and they're not done because Jake Cave comes up, and that's it. The Tigers are going to have to cave in this game, possibly, as we know we can get some runs. Obviously, we have been a team that can score, but there are times where our bats just go cold, as Cave hits that solo shot 6 homers for him, and Soroka gets pulled early. It's Eduardo Cervantes coming into this one, 7-6 record for him, and Cervantes has a couple of guys on base, but ultimately nobody going to cross the plate here against him, as this fly ball is caught by Tommy Pace. Now, Wilson Ramos, can he start a rally in the top of the 9th? Unfortunately, double play ball, and that's going to end it. Minnesota comes away with a 7-0 shutout against our Detroit Tigers. Miguel Sano, player of the game, 2 homers, 5 ribbies. That's all they really needed. They needed no more than that to get this win. Ground into double play is our highlights, and that's not good. And Soroka inflates his ERA a little bit up to 2.96. Nothing too heavy, but just a really, really bad early outing for him. He just was not ready for this performance. Smeltzer pitched perfectly. We do take the last game of the Twins series to not get a 4-game sweep against us. We lose the first game against the Colorado Rockies, then we beat them twice, so that's good. We take that series. But I would say we got to get to like 90 wins to really be comfortable here, and hopefully we can do that. We only need 12, but we'll see what ends up happening. We've got to bring up a couple of guys here in September. Mario Corona is going to get the call up. He's been hot in AAA, and I want to see if he can do any sort of good things coming out of the bullpen in maybe some long relief situations. We could always use some relievers. And Deshaun Knowles is going to come up. Obviously, we're not going to get Kendall Brown back, so I'd like to have that extra outfielder for potential use. Now, against the White Sox, we got a 4-game set with them. We need to take 3 of them. We got to take 3 of them, and we don't. We split with them. That goes into this Dodgers series, going up against the best pitcher in all of baseball so far this season, Clayton Kershaw. Now, he's been the best pitcher in baseball before, but he is definitely the best pitcher in baseball this season. The 87-55 LA Dodgers trying to get that World Series win. Clayton Kershaw, 20-4 with a 2.33 ERA, has been absolutely ridiculous. 179 strikeouts and only 50 walks. Here's Richie McGowan. He goes down swinging for strikeout number 1 for Kershaw. Then with 2 outs already, Ketel Marte goes down looking silly on the inside low slider. And that is Kershaw's second strikeout. He gets through his first inning. That'll bring in our boy, Carlos Martinez, a 10-6 record with a 4.77 ERA. That's what he's kind of hovering around. Now, he is signed for another year after this year, but I don't know. I don't know what we're going to end up doing. We might move him in the offseason. He's been good for us, but we've got Soroka now, and I want to be able to pay him. As we get there safe there, and then Rhys Hoskins will go down swinging to end the first inning. Let me know what you think of that in the comment section below. I'd like to hear from you guys what you think of Carlos Martinez potentially getting moved in the offseason. There's a 3rd strikeout for Clayton Kershaw, and then here is a dribbler over to second. They mishandle it, and Tommy Pace is going to get to first. So base is loaded for Ketel Marte, but it's Kershaw, and he's going to strike him out on a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Kershaw losing a little bit of his luster, but he's got a ton of strikeouts. There's Goldschmidt going down in the 4th inning. Now Alec Boehm goes down as well for the 2nd out of the 4th inning on Kershaw's 6th strikeout of the game. I'll bring up Carlos Martinez for an easy strikeout here in the top of the 5th, and the 7th strikeout for Clayton Kershaw. Richie McGowan still in the top of the 5th. He sits there, and that one right on the edge. Clayton Kershaw gets the call. McGowan goes down. Now Corey Seager up against Martinez. This one gets through the infield. That one was very close to potentially getting stopped and being the final out, but now that brings up Cody Bellinger, and Martinez will walk him in to break the 0-0 tie. 93 pitches so far for Martinez, and this is where he starts to falter a little bit in the bottom half of the 5th inning, and this one is hit deep out to left field, but that one will be caught by Tommy Pace to end the 5th inning. So 1 run given up for Carlos Martinez. He probably will not come out to pitch the 6th. Here's Tommy Pace. He goes down swinging on the inside slider, and that's the 9th strikeout for Clayton Kershaw. He is the ERA leader in the National League entering today, and it's going to get a little bit better for him, I think, after today. There's a big strikeout of Ketel Marte as well, as just nobody is able to touch him right now. And Lindor goes down straight swinging as well, so he strikes out the side in order. and Mario Corona is going to get the call to come in and pitch the 6th inning. So we'll see what the recent call-up can do, as the slider away is a walk. And then with 2 away, that one looked good. They're going to steal the base here at second. So Cody Hose with a stolen base. Then this one is hit up the middle into center field. McGowan's got to come up throwing. He does. That one is kind of on target, but a little to the right, and that one will fail. So 2-0 is the Dodger lead. Louis Robert coming in, and this one dribbled on to second base and thrown on to second for the final out of the inning. As I believe that was Clayton Kershaw who got that single. Wow, that is wild. Clayton Kershaw gets his 12th strikeout there, and he is tied for the league lead with Luis Castillo in shutouts. He would like to get another. Here in the top of the 7th on a 3-2 count, and Adley Rutschman goes down swinging as well. So Kershaw really close to that complete game strikeout. Shutout. We'll see what he can do. Wilson Ramos goes down in the top half of the 8th, and with 2 outs in the top of the 8th and 15 strikeouts, here's Richie McGowan, and Richie McGowan's going to take this one into center field. This one's into the gap of center field. It'll roll all the way to the warning track, and McGowan has an easy double. So a 2-out double for McGowan. Tommy Pace is going to come up, and that one flares into right field, drops into right. McGowan coming home, and he will easily make it for the first run of the game for the Tigers, and that will take Kershaw out of the game. Liam Hendricks coming in. He's got a 5-1 record with a 2.93 ERA and pretty even against righties and lefties. It doesn't really allow a ton of hits. As Marte goes down swinging in the 8th, and Hendricks gets him into the 9th. Exactly as intended for Kenley Jansen, who's 37 of 43 on save opportunities. Not the greatest, but a 2-1 record in 55 games. He can be beat, but there's the cutter away, and that is going to beat Paul Goldschmidt. Now Adley Rutschman, the last opportunity, goes down swinging on the high inside cutter, and Kenley Jansen has yet another save for the LA Dodgers off of Clayton Kershaw's absolute gem. 7 2/3, 5 hits, 15 strikeouts, 1 earned run, and 1 walk, thanks to the Richie McGowan double and the Tommy Pace RBI single. The only run of the game we got, but these close losses just continue to burn our team. Carlos Martinez gets the loss, 5 innings of 5 hit ball, 3 walks. He usually does get a few walks. His control is kind of losing it. And again, like I said, let me know in the comment section, do you think Martinez should maybe be shipped off so that we can afford to not only re-sign Mike Soroka, but look to bring up some of these younger pitchers and see what they can do? Let me know what you guys think, as Kershaw, Hendricks, and Jansen all combined to get this win for the Dodgers. And we continue to sim through. We lose the second game to the Dodgers as well, and we get swept by the Dodgers in LA. So not a good series for us. Hasn't been great as we look towards the minor league playoffs, as the Mud Hens win their division at 80-60. They will be taking on the Iron Pigs in that playoff series, so we will definitely be taking a look at that in the very next episode. The Seawolves have finished their season at 79-61. They have won their division, and they will be taking on the Richmond Flying Squirrels in their division series. So good to see that both of the minor league teams have made the playoffs already, and they will be looking forward towards these playoff series. They both made the playoffs last year. Our AA team is the defending champions, our Erie Seawolves, so we'll see what they're able to do as we're going into a series against the Chicago White Sox. Here, Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, we are going to have to start out on the road in that one, but we do get the home advantage in the Erie Seawolves Richmond Flying Squirrel series, so we'll see if we can pull that one off. Red Sox still in the league in the lead in the AL East by 4 games. Twins are up 9 over the Indians. The Indians are now up 5 over us for that first wild card spot, so it doesn't look like we will be able to come back and get that. It would take a miracle. Athletics are up 12.5 over the Rangers, and currently in that wild card, we are down a half a game to the Rangers. The Rangers are 8-2 in their last 10 games. We are 3-7. So we have not been performing in our last so many games. We have let the Rangers come back. The Mets are 85-59. They are way up, and so are the Cubs. So those two teams, and the Dodgers have, of course, built a lead on the Padres with their sweep against us. So the Padres and Reds currently in the wild card lead. The Nats only a half a game out. Possible for the Nats to get there, as we're going up against the White Sox and Blake Snell, who is not having a good season at all this year, 5.39 ERA. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. The questions I brought up for you. Make sure you drop a like. Subscribe if you're new to the channel for the love of franchise content, because it's literally all we do here, and we can build a winner together. And if you want to see some more franchise, make sure you click right here to see some more franchise.
I feel you back somehow.